I like to call this week E3 Leak Week. No, E3 doesn't leak this week, but some details, emerge out of thin air about things we'll hear and see in, conferences. Like, we heard the PlayStation Vita's name or whatever before. Sometime this week we might even see the PS4 before Sony announces it in the conference, like what it looks like. But anyway, this if you thought we had enough racing games already coming out this year, then Ubisoft thought you were wrong. Here is Ubisoft's, well, they say PS4 racer in this article, but it's going to be on PS4, Xbox One, Xbox 360, PS3, PC, possibly Wii U, Vita. I don't know. I'm guessing it's going to be on multi-platform because Ubisoft is Ubisoft, and they support Nintendo, surprisingly, and the Vita, surprisingly. Okay, so the game is called The Crew, which reminds me of Drive Club, because it's pretty much the same concepts, isn't it? Drive Club, The Crew, yeah, anyway. Right, so the reason we've got this information is because Ubisoft were actually looking for playtesters between the 29th and 31st of May to play the game and basically give their opinions on it to Ubisoft, not like other people, and obviously someone thought they'd abuse that. So The Crew, this was played on the Xbox 360 version, so that pretty much confirms it's going to be on last gen and new gen, if it's going to be on PS4 as well, as far as we're aware. This also may be the racer that we heard about, the PS4 racer that was supposed to be made, by Ubisoft. Well, so we thought it might have been exclusive, but it's not, which is not an issue. Anyway, The Crew is expected to play similar to Driver San Francisco, with semi-arcade style driving. Now, I liked the Driver San Francisco driving. It just, it felt a lot better than most games do, but the controls were still a bit weird, especially for using NOS and stuff. You had to push the stick forward or whatever, but I liked the driving on it. It was pretty fun to do. I just didn't like switching between cars and stuff. It didn't feel like it should. Anyway, as with Driver San Francisco, The Crew will be an open world with the ability to travel between New York and LA. Through the scale of the cities, these cities has been reduced. So, though the scale of the cities, these cities have been reduced. Obviously, they can't put the full bloody cities in the game, and I wouldn't expect them to have, even if they could, I wouldn't expect them to have that much effort put into the game. It just doesn't make sense at this point. So it's not clear if you'll travel through wilderness to reach each city, or whether the game will simply load into each area. The Crew will also feature a similar Google Maps style mechanic, presumably for navigating the open world, so the GPS, like a map, whatever. A free ride mode will be available too, which the option to choose between missions or challenges. Multiplayer will feature 8 players in either competitive or cooperative gameplay. Note though, no specific details were provided. As in the case with Ubisoft's Watch Dogs and presumably many of the publishers' next-gen games, The Crew will come with a companion app for mobile devices. So far, it's pretty much sounding similar to Drive Club, but we don't know if Drive Club is an open world. And if Drive Club isn't an open world, I actually would prefer this. It's sounding pretty much, they're sounding quite similar. We don't know if Drive Club has an open world or not yet, so let's wait for that. But it is presumed that The Crew's release date will be before the end of 2013, presumably to tie into a next-gen release. With such a close date, it's safe to assume that The Crew will be announced E3 2013. So I hope they've been making this game for quite some time, and it is actually a massive experience like Watch Dogs is going to be. Like, we didn't know anything about Watch Dogs, until the conference, and we was all, wow. So hopefully they wow us with this game. Hopefully it's not just another racing game. They can show off all they can, but if it's not, there's a lot of racing games basically that coming up, and people are going to go with the series that they know. So Gran Turismo, Need for Speed, those are the top 2 series with racing games, and possibly Forza. So having these two new, racing games such as the Crew and Drive Club, and they sound pretty similar, it appears that maybe one may be more successful than the other. Maybe it might happen that the Crew will be successful on every platform except the PS4, and Drive Club will be successful on the PS4 alone, because it's an exclusive. We don't know what will happen. We'll have to wait and see. I'll be picking up probably both anyway, if the Crew is any good, and if Drive Club shows us some more awesomeness, I will be there to watch it, because I'm going to be watching E3. I'm staying up with all my goodies, because I'm going to be up for ages eating sweets and talking. Anyway, I will see you in the next video, guys. Make sure to leave your thoughts below. Articles are in the description, and I will see you soon. Peace.